are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? From the end zone, here comes Williams. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the...
It's caught at the 10. A big play there for Detroit. 59 yards. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Here's Swift. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here. 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. The Chargers at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind. And the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
That is caught. It's Williams. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, 26 yards. And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And this one taken in by Cephas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. On the move past the 40. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Seven, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And the slot man goes in motion left. Slot man moves right. Ball at the 6, 3rd and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 40, the 30. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game. Let's go.
Running on first down, Eckler. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A Austin Eckler. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Swift on the counter. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
So I think we played defense in this one. There's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the... Now a hit and a loose football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 1. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 25 yards that time. They'll run with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Lions 21, Chargers 14. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Herbert off of play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Stanley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. 2nd down and 3. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to take another shot here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's airing it out for Williams, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin to them.
He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
15-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's got some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield, hit you little people.
Good run there. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble.
On Herbert, his third interception. Julian Love picks it.
Herbert's pass intercepted.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. 40 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own
The Charger drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. It's complete to Williams.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Eckler now between the tackles. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Now here's a throw that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Lions will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. In other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
This out quickly to Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Charger drive about to get going. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So a 4th quarter picks. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Lambo on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Lions 34, Chargers 14. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. On the move to his left. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Steps away. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Rolling to his left. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu.
He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Herbert throws complete to Williams.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Okay, ready?
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything's looking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
so for Detroit, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year.